Welcome to Core English. This video includes all of the Level 1 Building Real English lessons. These lessons cover word families and the beginning and ending sounds in words, understanding parts of and building sentences, and the action of being, am, is, and are. You can pause between lessons and download each practice sheet from our website, coreenglish.org. using the link in the description. Let's begin. This is Level 1, Lesson 1, Word Beginning Sounds. In this lesson, you'll learn to hear the first sound in a word. You'll also practice listening carefully and matching that sound to a letter. This helps you with spelling, reading, and pronunciation. Every word is made of sounds. The first sound in a word is called the beginning sound. Let's look at some examples. Dog, man, sun. Can you hear the first sound? Say the word. Say the sound. Dog, man, sun. Let's do some more. Listen to the word. What sound do you hear at the beginning? We'll say the word, then pause so you can say the sound. Bat, top, pen, fish. Let's try some with pictures. Say what you see. Then say the beginning sound. You did great. Let's review. A word begins with a sound. That sound matches a letter. Listening to the beginning sound helps you read and spell. Download your practice sheet for Lesson 1 at coreenglish.org and do the drills. Remember to practice whenever you can. In the next lesson, we'll begin to learn word families. Level 1, Lesson 2. In this lesson, we'll learn about word families. A word family is a group of words that share the same ending sound and spelling. They start with different beginning sounds, but the rest of the word stays the same. Word families help you learn to read and spell faster. Let's start with 3 common families: at, an, it. We'll also practice listening for the final sound in each word. Repeat after me. Cat, bat, hat, mat, sat. Now read them with me. Listen to the final sound in each word. What sound do you hear at the end? Cat, bat, hat, mat, sat. Yes, they all end with the t sound. Repeat after me. Man, fan, pan, can, ran. Now read them with me. Listen to the final sound in each word. What sound do you hear at the end? Repeat after me. Man, fan, pan, can, ran. Right. These words end with the n sound. Repeat after me. Sit, bit, hit, kit, fit. Now read them with me. Listen to the final sound in each word. What sound do you hear at the end? Sit, bit, hit, kit, fit. Yes, they all end with the t sound. Let's do a quick match. I'll say a word, you tell me which family it belongs to. Which word family does can belong to? Correct, the an family. Which word family does fit belong to? Yes, the it family. Which word family does hat belong to? Right, the at family. In this video we learned word families help you read and spell. We practiced at, an, and it. We listened for final sounds, t and n. Now, download the Lesson 2 practice sheet at our website, coreenglish.org, and do each of the drills at your own pace. You can refer back to this video at any time if you need to. Keep practicing these word families. When you're ready, move on to the next lesson. We'll look at an introduction to sentences. This is Lesson 3. In this lesson, we will start working with the idea of sentences. We will start simple for now and add more things about sentences as the lessons progress. Let's begin. A sentence is a group of words that tells us something. It starts with a big uppercase letter and ends with a full stop. Let's look at an example. This is a sentence. It tells us something. It starts with a big letter, T, in the. It ends with a full stop, and the words make sense together. These are the same words, but this is not a sentence. The words do not make sense in this order. This is a sentence. It tells us something. It starts with a big letter, I. It ends with a full stop. Let's practice. Which of these is a sentence? Is this a sentence? No, the words do not make sense. It is not a sentence. Is this a sentence? Yes, it tells us something. It starts with a big letter and ends with a full stop. This is a sentence. Let's review. A sentence tells us something. It starts with a big letter. It ends with a full stop. The words must make sense together. Well done! Now download the Lesson 3 practice sheet at our website, coreenglish.org, and do each of the drills at your own pace. You can refer back to this video at any time if you need to. In the next lesson, we'll look at understanding meaning in sentences using who, what, where. Level 1, Lesson 4. In this lesson, we will learn how to understand the meaning of sentences by asking 3 simple questions. Who? What? Where? For example, Tom runs fast along the road. Who? Tom. Another example, the children play on the grass. Who? The children. Next is what. What tells us the action. What happens? For example, Tom runs fast along the road. What? Runs fast. Another example, the children play on the grass. What? Play. Now let's ask where. Where tells us the place. For example, Tom runs fast along the road. Where? Along the road. Another example, the children play on the grass. Where? On the grass. Let's practice. I will read a sentence. You answer. Who? What? Where? Anna reads a book in the library. Who? Anna. What? Reads a book. Where? In the library. The dog sleeps on the sofa. Who? The dog. What? Sleeps. Where? On the sofa. We eat dinner at the table. Who? We. What? Eat dinner. Where? At the table. Good work! Now, you know how to find meaning in a sentence by asking who, what, where. This will help you understand English more clearly, and it will also help you when you write your own sentences. Download your practice sheet for Lesson 4 at coreenglish.org and do the drills. Remember to practice whenever you can. In the next lesson, we'll learn how to build full sentences using simple words you already know. In this lesson, we will learn how to build full sentences using simple words you already know and using who, what, where. By the end, you'll be able to join words together to make complete ideas. Let's look at some more things about a sentence. We know that a sentence is a complete idea. It always begins with a big uppercase letter, which can also be called a capital letter. And we have covered that a sentence can end with a full stop, which can also be called a period. We're going to add two other marks that can be at the end of a sentence. Just like a full stop, these marks tell us something about the sentence. A full stop or period shows a simple statement. She is cooking. Now two more. A question mark shows the sentence is asking something. For example, what is this? An exclamation mark shows strong feeling, surprise, excitement, or urgency. For example, stop. Period, a statement. Question mark, a question. Exclamation mark, strong feeling. Now, let's look at joining simple words to make a sentence. We already know some simple words, like I, you, he, she, it, we, they. We also know action words, like run, eat, go, play, read. When we join them together, we can get a complete sentence. In Lesson 4, we went over using who, what, where to help determine meaning from sentences. So let's use that here as well. There are some points to learn about this too. In some sentences, it is not necessary to have a what or a where. For example, I run. This is a sentence, short but complete. Here is another point. What can include what as a thing and what as an action? For example, he kicked the ball. Who? He. What action? Kicked. What thing? The ball. Let's call the what when it refers to an action as simply action. We have then who, action, what, where. Here is another example of action. She read a book. Who? She. Action, read. What? A book. We can also add more information to describe who, action, what, and where. For example, the little children are playing. Now we have a who, children, plus a description, little. Example, I run fast. Now we have an action, run, plus a description, fast. He held the orange pen. Now we have the what, pen, plus a description, orange. They went to the cake shop. Now we have the where, shop, plus a description, cake. So now our sentences can include who, action, what, where, and descriptions. Let's look at a few sentences together and see what part the types of words play in each sentence. For example, you go. Who? You. Action. Go. He runs on the long beach. Who? He. Action. Runs. Where? On the beach. Description. Long. Here are more sentences for you to work out where the who, action, what, where, or description may occur in each sentence. The correct answers will be given after a pause for you to say yours. She yelled. Who? She. Action. Yelled. He ate the apple. Who? He. Action. Ate. What? The apple. We played a game. Who? We. Action. Played. What? A game. She read an old book. Who? She. Action. Read. What? A book. Description. Old. They slowly walked. Who? They. Action. Walked. Description. Slowly. Well done. Go over these again as many times as you need to. In this lesson, you learned: a sentence is a complete idea with a capital letter at the start, and either a full stop, exclamation mark, or question mark at the end. You can build sentences with simple words you already know. Words can have different jobs in a sentence, such as being a who, action, what, where, and descriptions. In future lessons, we will look at more types of sentences and jobs that words can play in these sentences. You may have seen the various parts words play being called different names, and we will look at that too. But for now, we are learning the simplest way, by learning what the words do. Now, download your practice sheet for Lesson 5 at coreenglish.org and do the drills. Remember to practice whenever you can. In the next lesson, we'll look at the use of action words, am, is, are, the action of being. In this lesson, we are learning some of the most important words in English: am, is, and are. These are special words. They help us say who we are, what something is, or how something is. So far, we have learned action words, words like run, eat, play. But not every sentence has an action like running or eating. Sometimes we are just saying that something exists or telling what it is. For this, English uses the words am, is, are. They come from the idea of the word be. They show the action of being. Here is how we use them. Am is used only with I. Is used with he, she, it, or one-person thing. Are is used with you, we, they, or more than one-person thing. Let's look at some simple sentences. I am happy. She is my friend. The cat is small. You are a student. They are players. These sentences don't show an action like running or eating. They show the action of being. Now let's practice together. I will say the who. You say am, is, or are. Ready? I. That's am. He is. You are. They are. She is. We are. We can also use these words to ask questions. We put am, is, are before the who. Am I late? Is she your friend? Are you ready? Let's review. We have learned am, is, are, special words that show the action of being. Use am with I. Use is with he, she, it, or one-person thing. Use are with you, we, they, or more than one. These words make statements and questions. Am, is, are some of the most common words in English. You will use them every day. Remember, am, is, are show the action of being. You are almost complete on Level 1. Good work! Download your practice sheet for Lesson 6 at coreenglish.org and do the drills. Remember, practice makes perfect. In the next lesson, we will review all the Level 1 lessons so you know you really have it. In this lesson, we will review everything we learned in Level 1 so that you have confidence in applying it fully. Remember, if you need them, the original lessons can be found on YouTube at coreenglish.org and on our website, coreenglish.org. Let's begin. Lesson 1. In this lesson, you learned to spot and hear the beginning sounds in words. What are the beginning sounds of the following words? The beginning sound will be given after a pause for you to compare. Sun. S. Dog. D. Apple. A. Man. Top. T. Fish. F. Bed. B. Lemon. Ul. Umbrella. Cat. K. Very good. Lesson 2. In this lesson, you were introduced to word families and the final sounds in words. A word family is a group of words that share the same ending sound and spelling. Say what word family each of these words belong in. Good. What is the final sound in the following words? Once again, the sound will be given after a pause for you to compare. Fan. Bat. T. Sit. T. Pen. Bit. T. Can. Very good. Lesson 3. In this lesson, you started to work with sentences and discovered a few basic things that make a sentence. A sentence is a group of words that tells us something, begins with a large uppercase letter, makes sense as a statement, and can end with a period. Which of these are correct sentences? Great! Lesson 4. In this lesson, we introduce the idea that understanding the meaning in sentences can be helped through the use of who, what, where. What is the who, what, where in these sentences? Correct answers will be given after a pause. Who? The children. What? Play. Where? in the park. Who? Anna. What? Reads a book. Where? In the library. Who? The dog. What? Sleeps. Where? On the sofa. Who? We. What? Eat dinner. Where? At the table. All right. Lesson 5. In this lesson, we started to build sentences through the use of words that you know and expanded our use of who, what, where to include actions and descriptions. A few further things were added, where sentences are questions and where they have an exclamation mark at the end. Work out where the who, action, what, where, or description may occur in each sentence. The correct answers will be given after a pause. Who? He. Action? Laughed. Who? She. Action? Ate. What? The pie. Who? She. Action? Worked. Where? In the garden. Who? He. Action? Walked. What? The dog. Description? Old. Who? They. Action? Shopped. Description? Often. Very good. Lesson 6. This lesson deals with very important words in English. Am, is, are. Words that tell the action of being. These words simply show who we are, what something is, or how something is. What action of being word is missing from each sentence? Correct answers after the pause. I am happy. The cat is small. You are a student. She is my friend. They are players. Sally is sitting down. Bob and John are riding bikes. Congratulations! You have completed Core English Level 1. If at any time you need them, the original lessons can be found on YouTube at coreenglish.org and on our website, coreenglish.org. When you are ready, move on to Level 2, Growing Your English. If you have found this video has helped you, then help us out by liking the video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Or please consider making a donation to support our work at our website, coreenglish.org.